Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm T.
And today we're going to show you how to set up the full Alpine Annexes Tebbs Awning. Hey everyone, we've just pulled up at the Windy Caravan Park and we're going to set up our Tebbs awning because we've got the kids with us on this trip. So we thought we'd take this opportunity just to show you how we go about setting up the full awning with the sides and the floor and the whole lot. We haven't done a specific video on that. We've done the roof, but not the rest of it. So it all starts at the back of the camper and he's going to show us what we grab out first.
So it helps to unlock it first. Otherwise you're pretty stuck.
So we store our awning stuff in this back compartment here, simply because it's like pull out when we get here and put in when we leave, so we're not worrying about getting into this back compartment for anything else. So the first thing to come out is the draught skirt, which is the white thing that T's just pulled out and put on the floor, the floor mat, and the pegs and the drill. So
which are very filthy right now.
Yeah, everything's a bit dirty.
We haven't used these since we went to Queensland.
Yeah, this will be the first time we've set the awning up fully.
They could do with a good airing out.
Yeah. So we'll just grab everything out and then we'll get it all around the front. And
look at that.
We'll grab everything out, we'll get it all around the front, and then we'll show you how we set it up.
So how does this go on? This bit goes on this bit, that bit goes on that bit. As you can see, there's a bit of a ribbing that feeds through. This is very handy for when we have the dogs, because then it will actually block them from getting out.
So once that side's in,
and we'll feed this bit in as well. Goes along that bit there. Then we hitch up the part over the wheel for the extra barricading.
So there's just the press studs on there.
Sometimes it's a bit more than a press, it's a slam or a hit. But pretty simple. Then we come down. I do this probably the wrong way, but I'm doing it this way as I've done it every other time. Slide this out. The other way usually helps as well. This tucks up in through the step. I'm going to put these on first. Like I said, sometimes they're press studs, sometimes they're a hit job. Come a bit too far over that one. There we go. And that one there. There we go. Just want to make sure that it does catch on the door bit, so I'm going to have to pull that down a little bit. There we go. And then pretty much now I peg it down and we are ready for the walls. No, the roof goes up next.
Yep.
Yeah. Right way would help. No, I did have it the right way. Shut up.
We usually don't bother putting heaps in.
Nah,
We're on a nice level.
Just enough to have it a little bit taut so they don't creep underneath.
Yeah.
We've got some escape artist dogs.
Especially on a level site like this, it's not a huge issue. So
obviously, yeah, depending on the angle that they're at too, it's definitely pays to, and because the more obviously you put in, the more you got to pull out, and it's just more time consuming. So if you don't need to do it all, don't do it. That should be right.
Now we'll drag the poles out and then I will show you guys how to put the roof up.
Last time we had them out was when?
It's been a while. Oh no, I had them out for the YouTubers meetup.
For the what?
For the meetup on the Murray.
Oh, okay.
So to put the roof up, just pull your roof out, grab one end, stand beside the camper, and you don't need to put this on before the wall goes up. Just feed it up gently, it'll just go all the way around. And you can actually do this whole setup with one person.
And Josh is going to demonstrate that.
If you use this method. But it is easier with two people. Isn't it, T?
But it's the whole point of this, right? Is for you to show us how you can do it all on your own.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is that a challenge?
T's helping me set this up.
Apparently she is.
Now, because we're doing the full setup, we have to set up the entire frame. So we'll get the poles laid out and ready to go. And then we'll get the roof up and then we'll show you how we put the walls on. So I like to lay all the poles out where they're going to go so that they're easy and ready to grab. First thing, I like to start at one corner. Alpine Annexes like you to start in the middle, but I find it easier to start in the corner. So in order to start in the corner, the way I do it, pop the first corner pole in, get it up, and then put the pole in, and that will pretty much just stay where it needs to be.
It is windy today.
A little bit of wind around, so it's going to make it a little bit challenging today. But the next thing you do is pop it through the eyelet on the end, making sure that you put your crossbar in at the front, which I forgot to do. Has been a little while since we've done this.
Yeah, it's been about 11 months since we've done this.
Been a while. And then pull that tight and nip that up. From there, put a guy line on the corner, and I'll just jump off camera for a sec. I'll just get T to hold this while I grab the drill so I can put the peg in. It actually helps to peg this out first. Alright, so I like just to put a single guy line in each corner, and we haven't found a single guy line to be a problem with this. Lots of people like to put all the guy lines on. We haven't had an issue with it.
Well, given when we were up north, we had a big storm and we only had the one guide line on each end and it still kept it in place.
Yeah, it's so just stayed rock solid.
Sometimes they can be overkill, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
All right, now that that corner's up, it's now just a case of working across to the other side, and I'll pre-peg out that guy line on the other corner so that I don't need to get T to hold this one.
All-terrain scooters are a blessing.
Yeah.
So next up, put the centre pole in, the structure pole in, grab your vertical pole and your crossbar, and we'll adjust the final heights of these once everything's in place. All right. That crossbar goes on like that, and we've used this before, so all these should already be at the right length, which they are. So this will need to go up. Same thing on the next one. Making sure that these are pointing down. And then you've got your last one in the corner.
And there's the dogs. Wolfie, stop. Whoop, you've lost it.
Yep, I'll fix it. Do have to be a little bit careful sometimes because it does pop off. Tightening this up is a little part science, little part art. All right, so the next thing we need to do is push the centre up. And what you want to try and do is push this up until the canvas is pretty much taut the whole way around. So at this point you can put your loops on. Because this part you have to get right, because
nothing lines up if you don't.
Yeah, none of the rest of it lines up if you don't get this bit right. That's not a loop, that's a stray bit of Velcro. So you want that to be tight on that side. Want that to be straight up and down. And do the loops on the other side. And this is where it takes a tall person
What happened to my baby?
to push these out. And if you've done it right, everything will just be nice and tight. So that bit is a bit loose, so we'll just slide that out a little bit. And you'll see there, pushing that up just took the wrinkles out of that, so that's now tight. And the other side's got a tiny bit of wrinkle in it, so we'll push that up. You'll see the wrinkles come out of that. Now that all the wrinkles are out, we can tighten up the guy lines, start putting the walls up. So the floor mat just folds out, and I've unfolded it the wrong way.
We laid it out the wrong way to begin with.
Yeah, we
helps
did.
if you, yeah.
So there's a straight edge and a sloped edge, because this side of the annex actually tapers in a little bit. And this desperately needs a clean, but you know.
Does.
So this goes out before we start putting the walls up.
And we usually just jimmy it in underneath the poles just to keep it in place.
Yeah. The exact final position of this will change a little bit once the walls go up. It looks like I've put the whole thing across a little bit too far, but
Should be right. Josh is a bit of a perfectionist as well.
oh, well, it's not right, nothing will sit properly. Next, grab your walls. Again, I like to start at the front. So this is the front wall, and you can tell it's the front wall because the piping is on this end, the mesh faces inside, and the zips on the corner. So I'll put these in, slide them up through the track.
No, that is not Josh farting.
Once you get up to the top, just push the Velcro on. Velcro is all that's needed to hold these up. The Velcro that they use at Alpine Annexes is pretty good. Now, when you get to here, I don't put these loops on here until last. So once you've got that one on, it's tempting to put the front up next. I like to put the front up last. So I'll put the other wall up. And again, same deal. Pop it into your sail track. This one's a bit tighter because it's got to get around that marker light that's there. Again, just Velcro. All right, when you get to here, this is now where you can make sure you've got a bit of slack on the poles. Now you can put your front up. Now to put the front up, put the Velcro on last. What you want to do, open it all the way up and do the zips on the corners first. You do these from the outside. Do these from the outside, so you've got your zip there. And if you've got a bit of wind, it does make it harder. It wasn't windy until about 10 seconds before I went to do this, so.
Because it knows we're doing it.
Yeah. All right, get your second zip in. Once you get the zip started, it's fine. It's just, it can be a bit tricky. There we go. As I said, once the zip's started, we'll just go the whole way in. Now, you're going to need to be inside to put the Velcro up. So before you zip all the way to the bottom,
Climb in.
climb in. Yeah, can you tell we've made that mistake before? And this sometimes is doable with one person from the inside, sometimes you need two people. Just depends on how it actually sits. So I do the middle last. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get T to go outside to push on that, just to get that last little bit done. Now the little walls are up, zip it up and peg the walls out. Make sure you tuck the little draft skirt inside and then peg the walls out. And while you're here, you can put the little Velcro on the back of the draft skirt onto the wall, so that if you've got little dogs like us, they can't escape out the corner. It's nice and warm. Don't forget to roll the windows up.
Yeah, I don't do it the same way you do, okay? I know the kids did a whole video on how to roll them up, and I've just thrown that completely out the window.
Sam would not approve.
Sorry, Sam. I'm just hot and I want to get it done.
I'll re-roll them later.
Yeah, good idea.
And then you're done. So that's the Annex setup. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. Just taking you through the setup of the Alpine Annexes Tebbs Awning with the full wall kit and the floor. I'm Josh with J&T's Journey. If you haven't already, please do like, subscribe and share our videos. We really would appreciate it. If you'd like to support the channel further, please don't forget you can join as a YouTube member. For a couple of bucks a month, you'll get early access to videos, priority responses to comments, you'll get a mention at the end of each video and more. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Josh.
I'm T.
And
I'm tired.
And this has been our Alpine Annexes Tebbs full awning setup video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Hooroo.